Hello guys, this is Ron here with a video today, the 12th, 2017. If you have Cigna health insurance on the individual market
in the state of Texas, I've got some bad news for you. And you better look for some other insurance fast. Hopefully by now, if you have Cigna, you should have received a letter by now, hopefully. If not, you need to file a complaint with the Department of Insurance. Back in October, November, it was on the news for 5 seconds, really less than 5 seconds, that Cigna went to the Department of Insurance here in Texas and asked them to withdraw from the individual market, and they were approved. So I went to the Texas Department of Insurance and looked it up for y'all. It is Cigna Health and Life Insurance Company, Texas license number 63800. I'll post a link below. Foreign company, meaning it's not based in Texas. It's in the different states, so that's what it means, foreign. Office address 900 Cottage Grove Road, Bloomfield, Connecticut 06002. Now, the strange thing is, Cigna was not on the health exchange this year for 2017. 2016 was the last year. Now, I don't know if they went to the Department of Insurance because they barely have any people left in Texas. Because I went to Cigna's website because I was kind of looking into them until I found out that, they left. They were not on the exchange. Like, they wanted between $500 to $700 per month, and then it's like a $7,000 to $10,000 deductible. So at that point, no one can afford that, really. And then $7,000 to $10,000 deductible. Well, hell, that's really no point having health insurance at that high price. Who can afford that, right? So I don't know, because you could still, up to this point, you could still purchase directly through Cigna. But you just won't get no subsidies because it's not on the exchange. So you could still purchase directly through them. So on June the 5th, 2017, they went to the Department of Insurance, or that's when it was approved. It says, approved to totally withdraw from writing individual accident and health insurance in Texas, and may not resume writing or acquire insurance for which it has received approval to withdraw for 5 years. So basically, Texas is kind of saying, well, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, basically. But I think it's really a law here in Texas. Once an insurance company wants to leave, they cannot come back for 5 years, because I've seen this happen before with a different health insurance company called Unicare. And I think they were owned by WellPoint. Yeah, I think it was WellPoint Health Insurance. And back in 2009 or 10, somewhere around there, they left Texas in Illinois. And left a lot of people and I really didn't know anybody who had Unicare about that. But and I did look up just before I did the video too about Unicare, that they couldn't come back for 5 years, and I don't think they did. They don't operate here in Texas anymore. But it's, unfortunately, it is one less competitor in the marketplace. It really is. And unfortunately, in calendar year 2017, I think the health insurance, it is not a free market. It's long gone. There is no really competitor's edge anymore. There's not. Only thing I can predict, price will continue to go up. Because here in Texas, because we use healthcare.gov, none of the big boys are on the exchange except Blue Cross. Blue Cross is the only one left on the exchange who operates statewide. And you do have regional players, and you also have AM Better Health from Celtic Insurance. But it's useless because, number one, no one takes it. Literally no one does.
no hospital system. If any hospitals do take it, it's really third world rate hospitals that you don't even take your pet to even. These hospitals that like independently owned or wherever the case may be, just real bad all hospitals. Even like big boy Blue Cross Blue Shield don't touch, with a 10-foot pole. So it's not a free market. I think health insurance, and I think for the individual market here in Texas, I think the health insurance is dead. It really is. It's not a free market. You don't get to choose, really. Aetna, United, they're not on the exchange. It's long gone. I think, ultimately, we're either going to end up... Now, while I was looking something up, I found this, that Texas signed a law appropriating funds for a health insurance pool. And that's the only information I could find. The thing didn't give, on the state's website, it didn't give any other information. So I don't know if Texas is planning to have a health insurance pool again, because it did have one before Obamacare got kicked in. And it was only for certain health conditions, and it was really costly. So in order to be on the health exchange pool back then, which was administered by Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Cross really has its hands into everything around here in the cookie jar. Medicare, Medicaid, CHIPS, Children's Health Insurance Fund, all kinds, and state employees. So they get their hands into everything. But, ironically enough, because it was set up by the Department of Insurance, and it's really violating its own laws because it was considered a group plan. That's what it was. Because that's been criticized. Well, here in Texas, if you have a group plan, you can't discriminate against, you cannot cherry pick people. But the Department of Insurance was doing that for the health risk pool. So, they were kind of breaking their own laws, basically. And it was really heavily criticized. I remember that. But Texas passed things for funds for another health insurance pool. So I'm kind of guessing the next couple of years that it's going to be like that. Either we're heading into a single payer system, or the state, they need to let the state run it, although I don't know, I have mixed feelings about that. So I think health insurance is dead, meaning there's no competition. The consumer is really screwed. And I'm also kind of leaning towards all these insurance companies are on the exchange, like Blue Cross Blue Shield. I think their prices are artificially high, so therefore they can get money out of the government for the subsidies. I think that's absolutely true. They know majority of the people can get the subsidies, so the price of the plan is higher to get the money. Double dipping, really, because if they can get, like, for instance, an individual person, I think the highest last year you could have got was $250 for a subsidy. Well, if the price of plan $250 for the actual individual pay, then $250 for the government to pay, double dipping. You see what I'm saying right there? I think it's that way. But hopefully, whoever has Cigna health insurance in Texas, individual market, has a backup plan. By now, you should have received a letter about this. I think we're at the point that we can never return to the good old days of health insurance. They're long gone. It's ruined, burnt to a crisp, and these department, and I also think the Department of Insurance in each state or the insurance commissioners need to get tough with these companies playing games like this. But that's just my 2 cents. So if you have any questions, comments, please post them below. But if you do have Cigna health insurance right now, and you did not receive a letter, if you're in the state of Texas, individual Cigna health insurance, find a backup plan now before December the 15th. That's just a couple days away. When is it? 15th? Thursday? Yeah, 15th is a Friday. So you have until Friday to join another Obamacare plan for next year. Talk to you later.